Welcome to Local Dominator. My name is Eldar, and this video will be an overview of the system and the platform so you will know how to navigate across the platform. We update it pretty much quite often, actually almost every week in this current times, and we're expecting to have update consistently as much as we can, all the time, adding new features, modifying the UI and UX, improving the system. So with that being said, most likely whatever you see today might be a little different if you join a week after this video was made. So take this into consideration. But overall, this video will help you and will give you the guidance to understand what is the system is all about and how you should go about it. The first thing that you should do is actually check your email and make sure that you did receive the welcome email. This is extremely important because you want to make sure you get all the follow-up emails with all the features, updates, and all of those good stuff. Now, this might go to your spam, so check out your spam, and it will come from team@dominationsimplify.com. Another thing that you want to do, you want to create a filter. So filter a message like this, basically from, and then from here, create a filter. Here, what I will do, never send it to spam. And also mark it as important. This will eliminate the notifications going to the spam. I have already done this thing here, so we don't need to do that, all right? Now, the next thing is when it comes down to the system itself, is basically just knowing your way around. We'll start with the one-time scan. The one-time scan is basically every time you want to run a one-time scan, right? So let's say you're looking to work with, let's say you're working with a plumber in Miami, and let's just look for somebody random. So let's say I'm working with these guys. So all I'm gonna have to do is, assuming they have their address public, says directions, so I know it is, I'm just gonna go here and I'm just gonna search for their name. You can type it in, you can do whatever. Once this comes up, from here, I'll search for the keyword. So let's say plumber, Miami. Here I can change the size of my grid. So let's say I go with 13 by 13. I can change the distance between each of those dots on the map. Let's say this. And I can change the shape of the grid. So I'm gonna choose circle. Circle makes much more sense with Google because Google go with a radius. So circle is usually will be the right way to go. And I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller so it's very dense, okay? And from here, I can hit search. Now, what do you do if the business you're working with does not have the address public? Well, let's figure it out. So I'm gonna go to new scan and let's find somebody that doesn't have directions, all right? For example, these guys, all right? Main plumbing service. So what I can do, the best way to do it, the best way to run a search for these guys would actually using a share URL or a CID link. Let me show you how you grab that. Now there's a couple links that you can use in order to find this business on Local Dominator. You can copy this URL here and just paste it in here, okay? You can also, by the way, go here and then here you'll use map URL. And then from here, you can add the zip code. The reason is Google, for a service area business, Google does not know the exact pin on the map where it should be located. So sometimes we want to make sure it goes exactly to the location that we need to track. So we can use that, and this is just going to help us to pinpoint it. Now, when you do use the search URL, this sometimes takes a little bit of a while just to get the location and all that stuff. But it will work, you just have to give it a little bit of time. Another way that you can do it, you can also go to, let's say I'm looking for this business on Google Maps, so Google Maps. And we're gonna go here. So, oh, that's, what's that business name? Let's see, it's this thing. See, it's not even finding it by name, so that's also definitely going to make this thing a little harder to find. So what I'll show you is actually the best way to do it is using the CID link, okay? CID link can be found by a Chrome extension that's called Company Information in Google Maps. So you can just search for this Google extension and install this to your Chrome. and this will allow you to get the CID link. So if I find a business here, there's no address, I can go here, click on this, copy the CID, go back to Local Dominator. Let me just refresh that. And I'll paste this thing here. Oops. Paste this thing here, click somewhere here, and just give it a second. And as you see, boom, it already found that business. Now, let's say this business is actually located in a different place. So you can move this thing. Let me just circle. So you can just grab it and move it wherever you want. You can change it. Okay, so you can do basically, oops, just move this. You can just move the whole thing. And basically, from here, you'll search for plumber, Miami. For this matter, let's just grab something a little bit bigger, just for the sport. All right, and then from here, I'll just hit search. Cool. Now let's go back to the history. Every time you run a scan, it will be archived and will be saved right here at the scans. So all of your scans are going to be right here, and you can access those scans. What you can do with those, you can run a new scan, basically run it again. You can share it. So you can go here and you can just click on this, and this will basically generate a shareable URL that you can share with your customers, for your reports, whatever you want. And this is also white label. So you can change this thing to your brand. You can also change all of this here just by going to here and just clicking white label. Here you can view it on Google, you can download a PDF, all of those good stuff, all right? Now, another cool thing that you can do from here, and by the way, this is the scan we just ran, so we can take a look. Pretty good scan, pretty good scan. Another thing that we can do from here, we can use some bulk actions. So for example, I can mark all of these, and I can go here and I can run it. Meaning if I'll do that, this will run all of those three again. So for example, I already run these, so let's just find something a little older. Let's say I want to run these, so I can just go here, run, confirm, and this will run it again. Basically, we can scan these again in a very fast way, all right? PDF, you can just download the PDF. This will give you the share, the link here will give you the share link in a quick way. Really cool. Now let's move into reoccurring. The reoccurring scan is pretty much the same idea. The only difference is that this will basically scan your listing every week or every month based on your needs. So in order to do that, you'll search for the business. So let's say we had this, let's just grab this. We had a, oopsie, let's go plumber Miami. Let's grab this one. So let's say this is my business. I'll paste this thing here. Okay, now I'm going to start working on my search term. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to start plumber, enter. All right, you have to bring this to the box. Now let's say you want to run multiple keywords. So you can do plumber near me, comma, plumber near Miami, for example, and then enter. So if you add a comma, this will basically allow you to add multiple keywords. So once you do that, figure out when do you want to get this thing scanned, okay, what day, set up your perimeters, set up your distance, okay, just like this, and then just click Save Scan. What this will do, this will run the scan basically every week on Sunday automatically, and this is how it's going to look. So we're going to go to History, and from here, let's just look at this one, for example. And as you can see, I have a timeline here at the top. What this will allow me to do, I can actually go in the past and see how this was on that particular date. And then I can look at this date. And I can also run it now. This will run all of your keywords and basically will scan it again and will add another date. So if I refresh this, you'll see, oops, I guess it didn't catch yet. It'll take just another second, but in a second, we'll see another date here. Okay, let's go to scans. All right, so it's processing. So we just need to give it another second. And it will add another date here with those keywords once it's going to be done. Okay, so I'm just gonna give it another couple of minutes and then, oh, there we go. It's done. Let's click here. And as you can see here, today is the February 26th. It added all of those keywords and another date. All right, so now I can also look at the changes. So for example, if I go back in history, I can see that the average scan for both of my keywords was 6.71. but today it's 3.8. That's a big progress. So if this is your client, you want to show this to the client. So you'll go on the share, and basically from here, you'll share the image or even a GIF. Now, the GIF is really, really cool. It does take a moment to generate, depends how many scans you have, but we'll give it in a second and then you'll just see how cool this thing is. So basically, this will just show the progress. And as you see, the date change here, the score change and everything. So this is really, really cool way to show this to your clients. So you can show them month over month or week over week, the progress that you were able to give and work on their account. So this is really cool. You can also hide this thing if you want, you know, kind of like clear your screen and kind of play around with this. So it's really cool. Very, very useful. So this is the reoccurring scan. Again, you can go to the scan, you can search, and it will tell you exactly when the scan is going to run. It's going to tell you how many credits this scan is going to cost you. It's going to deduct it from your account. Your credits is going to be right here, and it's going to tell you, it's going to track all the credits. If you do click on your credit, then you can see basically all the scans that you run, how much they cost you, and all those good stuff. A couple other stuff that you want to know of is the notification. It will show you all of the notifications that you have. Really cool thing. You can all mark and read. You can just view all. Okay, so you can see all the stuff that is happening in your account. Super important. Another couple stuff that you want to know about is probably the help center. So if you just click on the gear icon, click on help, this will take you to the help center. And from here, you'll see a couple of videos. Oops, there we go. You'll see a couple of videos. We'll add those as we go. And then in the help center, you can also communicate with us via the messenger or send us an SMS, email, and you can just watch some of the other videos that we have. Again, we'll keep uploading videos as we go to this. A couple other stuff that you want to know is the release notes, super important. You want to make sure you come here every other day, not every other day, but every so-and-so, and just check out what's new, because we're going to keep updating stuff as we develop them. The white label will allow you basically to white label your account, so you can change it with your own logo, so you can change it with powered by your brand and all of those things. Let's see, team will allow you to add a team member. So basically if you have 3, 4, 5 team members, you can add those team members into your account, so you can all of you guys can share one account and each team member will have their own login. So it's super important, very, very useful, okay? My account basically will allow you to just see your account. You'll look at the billing, if you want to change your passwords or whatnot, all of that stuff will be right here. This is basically, should get you set up to set up everything you need in order to start using the platform. Again, just whenever you want to share stuff, you'll just click on the share. You can share it with your clients, super easy. And then you can be like, hey, here's a cool way. One more thing I want to show you, by the way, completely forgot, almost forgot, is if you do go into one of your scans, and let's say you want to figure out who is the comps, right? Like you want to optimize your listing better. So let's say you click on number 8 right here. What this will do, this will go and scan and will show you basically who are the comps that are above you, okay? And it will also show you who are the ones below you, which is super important because you want to know what you're going against. So if in this matter, this guy is the number 1, you can view it on Google from here, and you can also run a scan to that particular business so you can see how well they're ranking on Google, all right? So basically this will allow you to do some competitor research, something really cool. You definitely want to use that. You definitely want to make sure you click on that. You can also do that in the reoccurring scan as well. It works pretty much the same way. So let's look at this thing, for example. And from here, oh, these guys don't have any ranking almost for these guys. All right, they do have for plumbing near me. So if I want to click on this, then I can see who are the ones above. If you guys have any questions or anything, just share it in the group. Let us know via the chat or whatever you need. We can help you out. Have an awesome day, and hopefully this will set you to success, and keep dominating, and let's make it happen. Bye-bye.